Ready or not, here we go. Hey, everybody, how's it going? How's it going? It is the 4 o'clock shadow. It is the 399th episode of the 4 o'clock shadow. Welcome, one and all. Uh, might as well kick it off with someone who's going to save the galaxy, maybe not the universe, but the galaxy. Yeah, and there's the man, Samuel J. Jones, but we'll skip that part. Just wanted to show you some of the artwork action. Kate in Orlando, congratulations, Rex. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I do have some news coming up, but I'll save that. I'll save that. I have some collectibles to show. I'll save that too. What are we going to do in the meantime? Hell if I know. Wait for people to file in, twiddle our thumbs, run a race. I don't know. I don't know. I completed well. I don't know. I did a couple of small pieces to see just how this format would work. There's one of them, and here's the other with the new character I created going up against uh, Dirty Joe. So always doing something. Like how this turned out. That looks pretty good. Uh, it's Thursday. It's almost the weekend. Big plans for tomorrow, right? 400th episode. Uh, I don't know. Let's see. Let me check in real quick and see if Shadowhawk left me a message. Probably got caught up in traffic, had to go to the post office. I don't know. Haven't heard from him. Let's see if he left me a message. Take but a second here. Going to be a bit late, he says. Okay. That's not much of an explanation, but that's okay. Nice. Yes, nice. I could show you some things, and Shadowhawk will just have to watch on replay. These things are dusty. I just fished them out. I went after a box and came out with some other things. This is a print that was sent to me by Richard Pryor. No, not the comedian. The guy that used to print and do prints with Wally Wood and things like that. Here is a Wally Wood piece print that he sent me, uh, which is pretty cool. I think I had this on a cover, a back cover, or something on a Wally Wood book. Maybe that Richard did himself. I don't know, but that's kind of a nice piece. I fished out. I had some other things that I printed out probably when my printer was working. You got to dress up for number 400. Okay. Uh, I think I printed this out on my printer when my printer was working. I don't know. I did not own this piece, did not own production artwork to this piece or anything. I think this is one that I just really liked and picked up off the internet or something. Saw somewhere, got the image and printed it out. I really like it. They had to do the almanacs. I think these are Brazilian, Portuguese. But Superman 1960 and Batman Annual, or Almanac rather. Uh, from, I don't see Ebal anywhere, but probably Ebal printed it, which is the publisher. Nice, stylized, very colorful, very nice. Glad I printed that out. It's been in my closet collecting dust along with some of these other things. I was trying to identify this piece here. I think I eventually did. Said 1975, but it could have been earlier. Again, Brazilian. It was just Batman and Ice. What looks, I think, maybe Irv Novak. I don't know about the inker. Maybe Dick Gargiano. I don't know. But Irv Novak artwork, I'm surmising by the look of it. But Batman rescuing a boy from a fire. And the crowd down there has just circles for faces. No identity. I guess they're too far away to see. The lead woman has a dot for eyes and nose and mouth, but that's about it. There's a guy with two circles for eyes, but all the others just like blank. That's kind of unusual. This one I really like, and I still have in my collection. Not likely to sell that because I like the subject matter. I think it's unusual subject matter. A lot of times the stuff is reprinted. This is obviously an artist. I don't know who did the artwork. Don't have the almanac. I would like to go on, if I could read the language, Brazilian eBay, and or if I ever saw a copy, I'd love to pick it up. Almanac, 1965 Superman. JFK was killed in December of 63, and he's here on the cover with what I'm surmising here is the Capitol and the Capitol steps. But very nice piece. I still have this acetate, this production piece somewhere, but this is a reproduction from it. It's kind of different, huh? That they would feature JFK on the cover the year I was born, 1965. Couple years, well, not quite a couple years after his death, but after he's already passed away. Yeah, that's wild, isn't it? A lot of nice. That's a cool thing about foreign comics. You can see other artists that you wouldn't normally see in different styles. Now, I did have this piece, and I sold it. Batman and Robin number 100 from Ebal Publishing, EBAL. Really like that. Just real simple but effective. Number 100. I had this at one time, sold it for a good chunk of money. So these are kind of nice. I had up there also a reproduction of Fantastic Four number 1 cover, which I did have I think a smaller acetate from that, from like a reprint. Excellent. Yeah, those are. I got a lot of the production artwork, especially the acetates. To the original ideal was to print out the line work, because the comic is already colored, right? And then do recreations and color them myself and sell the recreations using the original line work. I never did that, but I did keep buying production artwork and saving all the pictures and everything. This, I don't know why certain things happen, like on this one here on Robin. It looks like it needs a little cleanup, maybe just a little bit there on the chin. I don't know, right here, just a Batman, but right here on Robin's suit, you can really see the speckling or whatever. I don't know. And since I don't have the original, I can't remember if that was on there or not. Apparently it was, because I copied it, but sometimes you run into that too. But production artwork is, original artwork I consider production artwork, right? The first stage, or more to the fact, preliminary drawings. If you do a preliminary drawing, I would say that's probably the first step. And then often, like John Buscema, he would put the preliminary drawing on a light box, and then he would reproduce the work from his panel layouts from the preliminary drawing. I have a bunch of those. I'll be showing those Sunday, not Friday, Sunday. So there's a little teaser. And we'll probably have a live draw stream coming up here. That's in the works. The time, 7 o'clock, but I don't know if that's Eastern or Central. I'm doing a little shell game, shifting things around, trying to get people on, on their best schedule. But I had some more of this stuff, especially like the Wally Wood prints. I got a lot of the Wally Wood prints. There was something I ordered, maybe of Wally Wood or something, and he sent me a bunch of free stuff. Was very generous with he had a lot of Wally Wood prints he sent me. He sent me a spirit piece, which I've since sold not too long ago, a couple of years ago maybe, that was signed by him. It was signed and numbered number 3 of only 100 done. And he sent that to me for free. So I would have loved to deal. He didn't list very much on, and I always thought it was funny that his name was Richard Pryor. That's a name that sticks with you. I'm not a lot of pieces I have here are smaller. Like when it comes to production art, this is one that I have to, with Dead Man and Phantom Stranger and another female character. I don't know who that is. I haven't even read the dialogue, I don't guess. But I don't even know who the artist is as far as identifying the artist. But I like this piece with this hat and cape and everything, the characters, and when I received it and then actually bought the comic book, this page wasn't in the comic book. So it's like, okay, what's this from? I don't know. That's when you buy production artwork. Sometimes that happens. You don't know what you're, getting. But I enjoy production artwork. Like I just happen to have some here at my feet, which I've shown before, but I don't mind showing again. Need to put this stuff up actually. So here's like a Hulk number 377, page 9, Dale Keown. So that might be a good one to get Dale to sign, increase the value of. Here's a Texaria Wolverine number 661 cover with Jubilee. Sorry for the glare. Here's a Punisher piece from Ghost Rider page 8 second series. So it's not even a Punisher page. It's from Ghost Rider, but it happens to be a Punisher on his motorcycle piece. And looking at this, not sure who did the artwork. I wouldn't want to venture a guess, but here is some classic Sal Buscema cover. Sometimes they're in black and white, sometimes they're in color, depending on what they were done for. These are newer production pieces, but they don't make them like this anymore. Avengers 89 number 2, page 2. Little Quicksilver there, Vision, Scarlet Witch, and the original Captain Marvel going up against the Avengers from Sal Buscema. Sometimes you get test covers or inspection covers or approval covers. I guess they're all called, this is like a They did 2 covers for this. They did a Platinum Edition, which this is a approval cover to Predator versus Magnus Robot Fighter. Dark Horse and Valiant kind of teamed up to make that happen. That's Dark Horse owned the rights to Predator, and Valiant to Magnus Robot Fighter that goes all the way back to the 60s. And this is this has full printing, like all it was platinum on the back. Seems like a waste of space. And this is really look like Steve Ditko art to me. It is not, but it does look Ditko to me. Journey into Mystery had a second series. First Journey into Mystery became the Mighty Thor, became Thor. And then they reproduced some of the... Hey, Shadowhawk.
Hey, Rex. What's happening, buddy?
Oh, just showing some collectibles, bro. Some like Journey into Mystery #9 20 center. This is a test cover.
Nice. Ooh, that baby's in nice shape too, Rex. Look at that.
Oh yeah, man. These things are like near mint, you know, or something. Yeah, they're untrimmed. They're untrimmed. They have the Evel Knievel on the back.
Cool.
And inside they have the inside ads. So there you go, Charles Atlas on the inside, just like it would be.
Just a cover, huh?
Like an unused cover, right? It's called a test cover, or I think I might have traded you for one. You know, whatever. I don't know. You might have one coming to you, but I have some of those. Shush, Shadow, you interrupted, Kate says.
Hi, Kate.
Kate says, great coloring. Gable Penny Shot in the house.
Hey, Gable. Good to see you.
And this is Marshall Rogers. This is from the Brazilian collection, Secrets of Haunted House number 26. Like I said, I've shown these before, but you missed the foreign. You missed the Wallywood print.
Yeah.
That I got from the guy who printed them, which his name is Richard Pryor.
Really? Huh,
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. He was very generous. You know, there was something that he put up on eBay he didn't have, and so he sent me a bunch of Wallywood prints. And I was like,
hey, Ryan, good to see you, buddy. Octagon in the house.
Oh, hey, Ryan. And then you had the Batman and Robin. I used to have the acetate to this, and I printed it out. But number 100, I've sold this.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. Very nice. Number 100. I think they're Portuguese, Brazil, you know. This one I still have in my collection. I'm not likely to get used because it's unusual. It has JFK.
Oh, yeah. That's different.
And the Capitol there, I believe, with probably a foreign artist, right? Superman Almanac from 1965.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Which he was shot in December of 63. So it's pretty wild that they would have him on a cover after his death.
Yeah.
Like that. And I've kept that, and nobody would probably want to pay the price that I would want for it. So, and then we have just
you never know. It doesn't hurt to put it out there.
I think this is Irv Novak artwork. I'm guessing at that. I may have looked it up, but nice Batman's.
Nice though. I'm not sure who it is, but yeah, nice to you.
I think it's Irv Novak. Yeah, I think so. I think I've eventually identified it. And this was pretty cool. I never owned this one, but I printed it out. I thought it was so cool. Almanac from 1960, Superman, Batman.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. It's just pretty neat retro, isn't it?
Yeah, very much.
I mean, you frame that and put that up if you like heroes, you know, that's nice. Okay. I'd like to get some of those original comic books, you know, to match up with some of the production art I do have or did have. So I always like to have the book. And then here's an Avengers. Here's a Giant Size Avengers Annual #1, page 15.
Ooh,
with the Avengers just being kind of thrown about, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, and actually, this stuff here is your stuff that I'm showing because you traded.
Rex, I gotta take the call real quick. I'll be back.
Yeah. Okay. And then these are two Ethan Van Sciver pieces. This is sort of it says Adams Avenue, so you know that's Neil Adams tribute. This is actually Shadowhawk stuff that I've traded to him. And then here's a piece with Kilowog. Once I saw these, I was like, oh yeah, all this goes to Shadowhawk for those X-Men books that I traded for. Oh, but what is this a replay? No, this is not a replay, Eric. Why would it be a replay? Woot woot. Huh? Hello, Jonas. I was in the house. I added about 1 million bubbles, Kate. There you go. It's good to see you, Ryan. Soon as Shadowhawk kicked himself. Very hard to do show, man. It's kicking. Took a phone call, kicked himself. But yeah, okay. So when Shadowhawk gets back, I'll tell him the news too. Trying was down to have Dan Lawless on tomorrow. It will probably be Sunday. Still hashing out the time. It will definitely be Sunday. Let's put it that way. Hell or high water. And I think he's going to come on here and draw. He's going to show one Solomon Kane piece I know that he had. Hopefully we can get Jimmy Reyes on with him. But if not, we'll cover a bunch of Conan things. I'll be showing some production art from John Buscema that'll eventually be made into a book. In fact, I want to talk about Glenn Fleming about actually putting that into a book and either go like he does straight to the bookstores with it or fundraise. But I'll probably have a fundraiser with it even if it goes to the bookstore. But when you get into legalese, but two books that I think people will really groove on, one more than other, because people know John Buscema and they certainly don't know Conan, although I have a lot of work. Well, I have a fair amount in between I and Elsie, because Elsie would be contributing stuff that he's gotten too. And it would be like a tabletop, the artwork of John Buscema, and show some John Buscema preliminary sketches. I think I even have a scan of like one of his children did on the back, or Elsie does. But that may also be on the Jack Adler project that I would like to do. What is the cloud? That is a fart. Yeah, those are bubbles. But Jack Adler book, I'd love to do a book on Jack Adler. But I think the easiest and most prominent to kick us off would be, and if people like the John Buscema book, which I know they would, no matter if Glenn or Steve Dye or whoever helps me put it together, would really like, oh, that book was good. How about this Jack Adler book? And I and my friend have probably more of the Jack Adler than any private people. It's kind of hard to say because the person we bought them from still has some. Although I think through the years we've picked out the very best. It's been years since I bought a Jack Adler. The friend that I bought them from he still goes online and buys them up if he can, he rebuys them after he sold them sometimes to resell again. He was the one that turned first my friend and then me on, and then seeing what he had there turned me on to it. My first piece was a Hawk and Dove #1 cover, which I've shown before. Steve Ditko artwork. There was very little Steve Ditko in the collection, and there was very few #1 issues, and I paid $300 for it. But I think that's Hawk and Dove's second appearance because their first appearance was in Showcase Comics. I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt. Sorry, Eric. Laughing my ass off. Toot. And he says, no problem. Yeah. So I need to put this stuff in Shadowhawks because, I'm keeping it together. That's all his stuff. Oh, I found these. I need to put these in front here, so I'll start using them. I have some Blue Line art. I bought these from Hastings when they went out of business. Layout pages. Great thing is, you can put the writing there, little preliminary drawing, pace out your story. Pretty neat. Let's see. How many we got here? 35 pages. So they only had 2 of these, and I bought both. So I have 70 pages that I haven't used. I've been saving Bristol paper and things like that for years. Sometimes I'll just buy covers. Sometimes they're like this Warbirds #1. They're not in that great shape, but believe me, I didn't give that much for it. But I just love comics, and I thought, I can always do something artistic with this. I can think up something, or just keep it like this and hang them up on the wall. Here's Indians #4 and 5. I'm struck by the color of these. These would be 1950s, all 3 of these I'm showing you. I've shown these before. I hate to show stuff again, but it's here at my feet, and I'm trying to fill time. Very nice stuff, though. And the way I look at it, if you get in the front and the back cover, these are just the front cover. And like I say, some are in better shape than others. But if you get the front and the back cover, you may have somebody that has the guts of a book in nice shape. Golden Age, Atomic Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, Copper Age, Modern Age, whatever they want to call the age. And they might need a cover for the guts of the book. I have several coverless in there. Well, not several, but I have a few. And some are very old. And somebody may be looking for a cover. Now, I've looked it up because I looked it up for the World's Finest #6 that I showed yesterday, which was a cardboard cover. And you can imagine over time that glue gets old and it just probably popped off of there. Well, the guts are in great shape. The cover's in great shape. The only thing is it's detached cover. So that hurts the grade of it if you ever have it graded, which I plan to do at some point. Probably this year. I don't know. I'll probably have some stuff graded that I'll want to resell, turn around, generate some funds. But first, that one I might want to keep after I have it graded. After I've read it. I have not even cracked the thing. But need to find a good bag and everything to put that in. It's still in the original thing I bought it for, that it was sent in. But the World's Finest can only grade 3.5. That's the highest you can get. And I was surprised that you could get a 3.5 grade with a detached cover. Who knew? But now you know. That's the highest grade you can get. 3.5 is pretty. I mean, if you had a Action Comics #1, and that's kind of what I go to, right? Because that's sold more than anything. The highest price. So if you had an Action Comics 3.5, sweet, you can retire. Probably. But Shadowhawk yesterday was showing off his knife. I thought I'd show my knife off. I still have it here. It's got a compass in the hilt here. Let's see what all this says. Precision sharp 8-inch steel blade. I bought this last year. I bought some survival stuff. Got to get ready for the zombie apocalypse, folks. I also bought a machete. It's amazing if you have a Harbor Freight or something. All this stuff's made in China. It may need a little tooling, to make it, they say it's sharp. I don't know. I won't take it out till I have to kill someone. But anyway, in Minecraft, sewing kit, safety pin, buttons, fishing line with hook, matches with flint paper, compass, and carrying sheath. So there you go. Sheath for your protection. And it does have things, the serrated edge here for pop that barbed wire or whatever you have to do. But the way things are going, we need some survival skills. He didn't like my deal. Hear me out here. Mr. Muck gets trapped by a villain who can transfer people to TV signals. Mr. Muck, that's kind of like Airwave. So, I'd like to see something on Airwave, because I think Airwave as a DC or National Comics before it became DC or was officially called DC, which was quite late, I think, in the 80s before they adopted DC. And I always heard that DC stood for Detective Comics. I don't know, folks. Ask Mike. He's the expert. Transfer people to TV signals. Mr. Mike must go through various TV channels in order to escape and stop him. That's actually pretty good, and that would actually translate pretty good into a cartoon. But now, that may not be Mr. Muck's power set, but maybe he's digitized or something. Fiber optics. There may not be TV in the future, Gable. Have you thought about that? I guess there'll always be something. Maybe it'll be mind transferred just through the chip that they put in everybody's head. Hell no, not in my head. I'm old school. I'll pull out the knife. Just saying. So the weekend is almost upon us. One thing, as I mentioned the other day, that really I don't like in my collection, glad I have it, but like graphic novels. Graphic novels are pretty big, and I think this is magazine size board and bag. But I have it board and bagged really nice. This is Bernie Wrightson's Amazing Spider-Man graphic novel called Hooky. This survived my fire. My graphic novels survived the fire. So I have some graphic novels that go back all the way back to the 80s. I think back here I have The Death of Captain Marvel. I think I've got a couple of copies of that. So this is originally bought by me whenever Hooky came out. But $5.95, folks, for a pretty substantial graphic novel. Of course, that was a lot of money back then. Right? I don't mind something like that I can find a board and bag to. But then when you get something like this, and no aspersions to Rich, but Roach Balls, odd size. He does have it in a type of bag with a board. At least that's the way it was sent to me from Shadowhawk. But this is an odd, oversized size. So it makes it hard to store, kind of like a treasure edition. So, and the bag that I have here is split, so air's getting to it. So that's not taking the tape off, because there was you want to put it in here and this is meant for storage, then don't put packing tape on it, because you'll never get it off. It fuses like Bondo. You don't want to do that. We're going to have to show, I'm going to have to set this aside for Sunday's talk. Superman Blood of My Ancestors, and try and get some of the artwork from in there. Is Pell Rider in here? Probably not yet, huh? I'm getting ready to send his package off to him. What's a thing he won? But Superman Blood of My Ancestors. Excuse me. Gil Kane worked on it and passed away, and then John Buscema took over for him, and he passed away. And then Nolan had to finish it. This is a Nolan cover. I was kind of disappointed by that. Apparently, neither Gil Kane or John Buscema did a cover. Kind of a Elseworld story where Superman's Samson. And I have some of the preliminary drawings that was done by John Buscema for this. So does my friend Elsie. But this was the last thing that he worked on. Most of the stuff that I have is Conan work, but I had an Avengers page, a Fantastic Four 299 page. The Avengers page I still have not identified. It has the female black Captain Marvel character, which I think they later call Ion, or is that right? Or am I thinking DC? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I enjoyed her as an Avenger with her time in the Avengers. She wasn't in that many, but it's a page with her on it. So identifying production artwork sometimes can delay the sale of it. I don't like to just put it up and go, well, this is something from Swamp Thing. I've got a couple of Swamp Thing pages I can't identify. And it'd be much easier to sell if it was and identify the artist and inkers and everything if I knew what issue it came out of. First time Doc said one of my pitches was good, I'll take it. I'm not Doc. That was a pretty good pitch. Hope you're not calling me Doc. Hey, what's up, Doc? Hey, Devil Flyer Momentum and chat. It's Shadowhawk at work. No, he was in here. He had to take a phone call, probably over the new job. Let's hope he gets a good one. He'll pop in when he can. Lorenzo has a show tonight. And that should be very interesting. It is Thursday night. When you think of Thursday night, think Lorenzo and think of Lizard Representation. Which, yeah, I'm gonna, I'm sorry, man. I got nothing for you. But I do have the Gorgo. I do have the Gorgo campaign, and that is a lizard. So there you go. Your lizard representation once again, El Gorgo. 800. Let's see. Let's go to home here. Let's go back. I just did that the other day. 800 orders placed, so they're there. I hope they keep that pre-order up because I really want this figure. This figure looks dope. Look at that, man. You get the plane, you get two heads, one with light up eyes. You get kind of the Big Ben that's cracked there. I don't know if it comes apart or what, but the great artwork that they're doing over there, great figure. All for $100. Looks good to me. So there's your lizard representation. And if you want some more lizard representation, check out Lorenzo's stream tonight. Oops, Rex. Yeah, oops. Call me Doc. Doc you. What I got in the box. How you like me now? Now another big, let me see if I can reach over and get it. I'm falling on my butt. Here's one. Another big monster that was out around the time that Gorgo came out was Conga. This is Charlton. It's not in that great a shape, but it is a Steve Ditko cover. He probably did the insides based on an American International picture. Probably one. I need to rewatch Conga. This says number 13 October. I don't know if that's correct or not.
Hey, Rex. Sorry about that, buddy.
That's all right. Did you get the job?
This was actually something else, a different important phone call, but it turned out to be good news. So
okay. Did you get a good price on your weed?
No.
No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Hey,
so here's a Conga.
Hey, Eric.
Conga.
Oh, bye, Eric.
Oh,
Conga.
Oh, is Eric gone? Okay. Bye, Eric.
He said he had to go.
Steve Ditko cover. He's going to destroy the train there. Chicka, 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 the Peacemaker.
We know gorillas sell.
Gorillas do sell. DC Comics found that out. Probably all of them found it out that it, sells for that month with Peak when it had a gorilla on the cover for that title. Mm-hmm. So they put a lot of gorillas on covers back in the 60s.
Oh, yeah. They started popping up all over the place.
Yeah. So, one of my favorite covers is, which I do not have in my collection, is Ethan on Jawbreakers, where they're falling into his mouth.
Oh yeah.
That was a great piece done by Ethan. I think that's the best thing I've ever seen him do. I mean,
Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
Here is Conga. I think this is number 17. Don't think this is a Steve Ditko cover. It could be. Conga looks pretty much the same.
Mm-hmm.
Killer green crabs. Ooh.
Ooh.
Obviously, they're out of date. World of Fear.
Those crabs are bad.
Yeah, they, stink. The old blind hermit cringed against the wall of the cave as the giant land crabs moved toward him. Only Conga could save him.
Oh my.
Oh my. From the Herman Cohen Productions, based on an American International picture. It's been a while since I've seen Conga.
Oh yeah, man,
Shadowhawk.
it's been a long time since I saw that.
I need to see if it's on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I never thought about it. Might be.
Let's see if it's on there.
Oh man.
Whoops. Wait a minute. I spelled it with a K. Why is it coming up with C? Conga. Conga,
Oh,
baby
they might
Conga.
think you're. Oh, they might think you're trying to search like a drum or something, like a conga drum.
Well, maybe I should put Conga movie. How about that? Yeah, I think so because let's see, Conga movie. There we go. 1961, apparently.
Oh wow. Okay.
Conga trailer. Well, okay, so the same guy that was in Conga was in Gorgo.
Oh, really?
I believe, if I remember right. Maybe I'm getting them mixed up. Oh, there's a Conga TNT full movie. Wow, have to watch that.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, Conga trailer. We'll just play the trailer. How about that?
All right.
I was showing the Gorgo figure earlier. Rex Hickerson Apex show Saturday morning at 11 a.m. Guest star is Carol Colors. There we go.
Carol's Crayon.
Hey, Apex, how's it going? Apex shows up and Eric leaves. I don't know. Very suspicious. But anyway, we're not here to cause drama. Now, on the front, on the news, Shadowhawk, Dan Lawless has family coming into town Friday night.
Oh.
But they'll be flying out Saturday, he says. And he gave me the option of Sunday or Monday. And I knew since you don't work on Sunday, Sunday would be better. So I said Sunday.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Probably about 7. Now, I don't know what that type is, but there's a sketch that he wants to show. And he thinks it's kind of cool if we do a live drawing stream, maybe of Conan.
Oh, very cool. 7
while he's here. I don't know. We're fine. Oh, yeah, it'd be an evening. Yeah, PM.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say 7 a.m. is a little
7
early.
in the morning. Oh my God, no, thank you very much. But for
not
Dan,
on Sunday.
Not on your Sunday.
Yeah, that's my one day I actually get to sleep in a little bit usually.
You could skip it. Let's come on. I'm joking. I'm glad you're dedicated, and we do have our Bible study on Sunday.
Yeah,
if anybody wants to join it. From out of nowhere. The King of Killers. Well, that's a riff on King Kong, right?
Yeah.
I am your master.
That wasn't too obvious.
Okay. Okay, so this is whoever this actor's name is, okay? I think he was in Gorgo too.
Yeah, I believe he was. I can't remember his name right offhand, but he's got a very recognizable face.
Oh, yeah, and voice.
Formed you into a giant of great strength, and you must obey.
This innocent-looking greenhouse is the secret workshop of Dr. Decker. These
I wonder if that is Bill Burns in the conga suit. Bill Burns, made a career out of being in, and has a fabulous collection like Ackerman that did the famous Monster magazine. Had a huge
Oh yeah.
horror and sci-fi collection. So does Bill Burns, and he was in these suits, and he may have played conga. I just don't know.
Oh wow, that's pretty cool.
These unusual foliages are insectivorous and carnivorous,
Insectivorous.
devouring plants, and contain a rare chemical
Raw
growth
meat.
of as yet unknown powers. Conga, towering, terrorizing threat to civilization. Conga, ever-growing man-made beast of immeasurable strength.
Let me go! Please let me go!
Yeah, that actor, he doesn't play a very nice guy in this.
No.
I said let me down! Help!
There's a huge monster gorilla that's constantly growing to outlandish proportions, loose in the streets.
The Gargantua. Yeah, there you go, Michael. Yeah, he actually played in Doctor Who.
Yes, I knew I saw him. I've seen him in all kinds of stuff.
Michael Ghosh, I think he's called. Yeah,
it's either Go or Goff.
Kind of like Van Gogh.
Van Gogh. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Wow, that sounds like me in the morning.
Yeah.
That sounds like me in the morning without my coffee.
Not since King Kong.
Exclamation motion. Uh-oh, there's Big Ben.
Big Ben. Parliament.
They like to destroy Big Ben. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's kind of like the English version of the Empire State Building, right? Like one of their most recognizable landmarks.
Iconic. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
So every time a monster comes to town, it's got to knock that over.
Well, I think Conga came out before. He must have done Conga before he did Gorgo, because Conga was 1961.
Yeah, and Gorgo was color too.
Well, now this is color.
Oh, shit.
Right? Right? Am I right? Nope. Did I lose you? Shadowhawk? Well, let me do a search here for Gorgo, the movie.
Nothing.
Oh, wow. They both came out the same year. 1961.
Oh, really? Huh.
Yeah, they both came out in 1961.
Wow. Well, I know Gorgo was done in color. Was Conga color? It looked like black and white there.
Oh, wow. This is a great opening scene for a trailer. Check this out. I think this is going to work.
Fire!
Did you see that? The opening scene where he's just kind of bearing down on you, coming down on you?
No, you were choppy there for a sec.
Okay. All right. Well, check it out. I'm going to start it over.
All right.
He's just kind of right there towards the
Oh, dang. Yeah, he was right in there.
No
motion picture of our time has ever unleashed shock spectacle of such scope and realism.
Yeah,
As
Gorgo
up
was
from the
so
depths
cool.
of prehistoric mystery rages Virgo. The headlines of the world blaze the
Copyrighted
fabulous story of this
1960, I
monster
guess
from another
released in
age,
61.
catapulted from some vast sub-ocean
Ah, okay.
cavern by unprecedented volcanic action. And the headlines scream the story of the reckless skin divers who captured the monster.
The reckless
and put it on
skin divers.
exhibition.
Pester them on.
There's the bell, the diving bell.
Mhm.
I can't let him go back to the sea where he belongs.
Why?
Maybe to save your silly skins for you.
Hurry to see Gorgo.
But the headlines do not record the story of a little boy who had a curious sympathy and understanding for the fantastic creature. What strange secret does he know that scientists only suspect?
You trying to say there may be a fully grown one of these things around somewhere?
How big would a full-grown one be?
An approximate guess. The infant? The adult?
Yeah.
That would make it nearly 200 feet tall.
Wreaking terrible vengeance
Wow, that's
against
got-
civilization.
You know, that has the Godzilla beat.
Towering over the cities of the world.
Yeah, oh,
as millions flee its awesome terror.
Prepare. Look, I think
And
that
that's just
missile
the-
just went through Big Ben, if I'm not mistaken. Let me back that
Yeah.
up. Check out. Oh yeah, that went right through Big Ben. To hit
Yeah.
Gorgo. That's some good shooting. They couldn't even, you know.
and that's baby Gorgo. That's not even the big
And
one yet.
Okay, that's baby Gorgo. That's right.
Yeah.
So if Gorgo is 200 feet tall, and I think isn't like Godzilla maybe 60 foot tall? Am I right?
I think
Wrong?
originally he was supposed to be like 60 feet tall, but he's gotten much bigger over the years.
All right. So what is much bigger, you think?
Well, at least he's like big enough to wade through skyscrapers, and most of them are, like at chin level or eye level with him. So you're talking, shit, I don't know. How big is a 90-story building, right? So that's 20 times 9. Yeah, a little over 200, 300 feet, I guess, something like that.
Oh crap! So I mean, maybe Gorgo and Godzilla's about the same tall, and maybe even Godzilla's a
Yeah,
little bit bigger.
if you go 20, I think it's 27 feet a story.
I was
on an
hoping
average.
Gorgo would have a
building.
fighting chips, but with that atomic breath, I think Gorgo's at a disadvantage. And Gorgo never moved very quickly,
No, he never moved. really
and
fast.
seems like with the fin-like ears and that they go into the water and come out of the water, that it's more aquatic. I don't know.
Yeah, well, even looking at like the way his hands are shaped and stuff, they look like they're supposed to be like big webbed, So yeah, I would say that they're more suited to the aquatic world. They're more
Yeah.
comfortable there.
Well, they just look like claws to me, not webbed anything. But what we need is more bubbles, right, Ryan? All right,
That's
let's
right.
watch
More
this.
bubbles, Ryan. Ooh, hey, Ryan. How about a Gorgo?
Oh, fell right on him. If you're gonna
Hey,
die, you
Billy.
might as well have a historical structure fall on you.
There you go.
The
Might as well
might
get
of the Navy.
I was
crushed by the
killed by
clock
Big
from
Ben.
London Tower.
I was killed by Big Ben.
Nope.
Ready to open fire, sir.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Big Ben is the clock
Big
tower.
Ben.
Even the fury of the jets.
That actor reminded me of
In a
Roar.
striking crescendo of sights
Oh.
never before beheld by human
Going
eye,
down.
and
Fair
adventures
enough.
never before experienced by
There
any
goes
man
real
or
estate
woman.
values, folks.
Incredibly real. Shockingly convincing.
Metro Golden Mayer. That's the only reason I played this. The War of the Gargantuans. That's another one, huh?
Ah, dude, I like that one when I was a kid too.
An octopus with glowing eyes.
Yes.
What this scene needs is more bubbles. Pick that boat up. What? I don't speak ancient
A
Japanese.
strange hunch that they're not related as we know father and son are brothers.
What?
One might be the offspring of the other.
彼の性質は私が一
That's
番
some
よく知ってい
great
ます。
dubbing. I
優しく
almost
してい
done.
るだけ
Ooh,
でも
it's
素直です。
Chaka.
Yeah.
Land of the Lost.
Chaka all grown up.
Chaka, well, yeah. Chaka gets that big. He's, you know.
It's
All
no
right.
theory, you know, that the brown gargantuan
I was saying I'd love to see your take on a Gorgo underwater, Brian.
Genius. This is America. America.
America, speak English, damn it.
It's I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, Shadowhawk, but I watch these things and I really do not have in my mind. Maybe it's I'm just drawn into it and I just enjoy it so much. I don't think man in a rubber suit.
No, and I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe that's because we were both young when we started watching these
I
movies, and
guess
just
maybe. I mean,
it's easier to
I never
suspend your
look at
reality, you
Godzilla
know,
and
when
say, "Oh,
you're
that's
a
a guy
kid.
in a rubber suit."
I
You
mean,
know,
at
that
some point, you know, I did, but like when I'm watching them, I don't care. I don't think about it. You know,
I
I
don't
just
think about
enjoy
it.
it.
No, it's
Yeah.
amazing that I never think about it when I'm watching them. But that's
No, when I'm
exactly
watching a
what
Godzilla movie, I'm just into it, man. You know?
we're watching actors in suits, just like that Gorgo suit that was, you
Yeah.
know, you can't help but look at Gorgo there and think that's a guy in a suit. But now on these Japanese ones, I never think that. I don't know why. It's just
I don't know. I never really thought about that with the Gorgo movie either. I mean, yeah, but I kind of with the kaiju movies, I guess I was such a big fan from when I was a kid that you know I just don't think about them that way.
War of the Gargantuans, I think, was something that they were trying to do with Frankenstein, and they did do some stuff for Frankenstein, I think. But
Yeah, I think
1966.
They were gonna do some kind of like, or they did do a Frankenstein movie or something, and then
right,
and he was supposed to get huge, you know, like Godzilla size almost.
Yeah.
And then I don't know, something happened.
I think they were wanting to have Godzilla and Frankenstein meet, you know, and fight.
I think that it was something to do like that. But then I guess something happened with the deal, and then they turned it into the Gargantuars.
Exactly. You can watch a documentary on that on YouTube.
But if you look at the one of them does have a very
Frankenstein
Frankenstein
those
look.
ray machines. Look at that.
Oh yeah, I always liked those. They used to bring them out on Godzilla movies and stuff.
But you know that was similar to what Gary Anderson was doing in the UK with the models and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And let's face it, Star Wars owes a lot to that, right? All these little model makers from back in the day.
Oh, for sure.
Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, that's got to hurt. And look how it's tearing up the real estate. There goes the real estate.
Yeah. There you go.
Nobody was in that building. Do you ever think about that when they destroy a whole skyscraper?
Oh, yeah.
Is there anybody in there? Look at there.
Oh, for sure.
No.
Well, they usually did very. Oh, there you go.
Now, all that was animated, right? Back in the day, the little surge.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That would have been. That would have just been animated.
Post production. Yeah.
Yeah. Post production. That's right. Ryan, you need to hide the K in one of your bubbles for me. Wow. Civility says this one's a pretty obvious to me. Those costumes aren't as convincing. Yeah. I'm back.
Yeah, this one's
was
pretty
that
obvious.
about Bubbles? Where's Lorenzo when the reptile representation is happening? He was in here earlier.
Yeah, he was here just a while ago.
Famous monster suit actors. Yeah. Yeah, a few of them have went on to fame, I suppose, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, Ryan, I didn't see an answer. I guess you're not too thrilled about drawing Gorgo.
You want him to draw Gorgo?
I'd like to see Ryan's take, like, you know, Gorgo underwater, but, you know, like the mama and baby in the cave or whatever, like they're swimming back home or something. I think that would be right up his alley.
Right.
But maybe he's not into Gorgo. I don't know.
Oh, I'd love to see an animated Gorgo.
Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah. If somebody animated it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir,
But
yes,
both
sir.
of those, Conga and Gorgo, were released in 1961. So I guess monster movies were alive and well in 1961, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Predates me and you.
Oh, yeah. By 6 years for me. I'm not
Lorenzo's
quite as
still
old.
here. Lorenzo's still
Dinosaur
here.
poop.
Dinosaur poop? What?
Yeah, so I'm not quite as old as
Don't
dinosaur
get Eric. Oh, Eric's not here. Okay, that's fine.
poop. Yeah.
You
Eric
don't
left.
want to get
We're
Eric
safe.
on poop. You know,
Yeah.
you get him on poop,
Okay.
him and Vic, and they're like
Okay,
two
sorry.
monkeys in the zoo. They just won't let it go till they throw it at you.
That's right.
Right.
Oh,
Now, if you had one comic that you had to pick out of your collection, and that was it, what would it be? Probably the one you
what
enjoy
one?
the most. Huh?
Oh, one comic that would be like the only comic I ever got to read again.
Yeah, I mean, you're on a desert island and there's only room for one comic out of your collection. What do you grab?
Dang.
A big thick one for toilet paper. Well,
Well, I was gonna say probably one of my graphic novels or trade paperbacks for sure.
Yeah.
Just which one would it be?
yeah.
Um,
I'd have to say
it had to be a toss up. What was the big Art Adams one with all the monsters in it? He put out like an omnibus.
I don't remember that one. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You're gonna go for
back in the '90s. It's like a big collected Art Adams, like all of his monster stuff.
Yeah. Oh, he does great with monsters. He had a great run on Godzilla.
Yeah, yeah. So
I
that
love this
one
guy.
would be up there. The Saga of the Swamp Thing trade paperback or graphic novel, they called them back in the days.
Do you
yeah,
have that? Or are you just
Oh, yeah.
throwing stuff out there?
No,
Oh, yeah.
These are all ones that are in my
Because you were
collection.
coveting my little reproduction. You were like, you better hide that if I come by.
Oh yeah, that's because I mean I don't have originals. I've got a collected graphic novel from what's the original graphic
Well, mine
novel.
wasn't original. Mine's just like a little digest.
Well, whatever. It don't
Right
matter.
here it is. You know, Secrets of the Swamp Thing.
Oh yeah, but I never saw a Swamp Thing digest like that. Like that's like the same size as those ones I sent you, right? The Flash and the Secret Society of Superheroes.
Well, pretty close. I mean,
Close. Yeah. Okay.
So just a tad bit wider. It is tall.
Then I've also man, I don't know. It's tough, dude. I mean, I gotta tell you, Monster MD was a great story, a lot of fun. I mean, that one would be, and it's a nice big fat book. I wouldn't mind keeping that one around for a while.
I'll show you one.
I'd be heartbroken to have only one. I can tell you that.
Not that one. Oh no, I know, right? You'd want a story that you'd like to read again and again and again. You know, from time to time.
Right, but eventually, even your favorite stories.
Even that, yeah.
It's gonna get old at some point.
Get old, right.
And that's what I like about having a variety of books, because I can read them and then pack them away for a while. And then when I go back and read them 10 years later, it's almost like reading it brand new.
Right, exactly. According to the 1976 calendar, which I've got to get one of those because it has a lot of information people have been posting out of that. Just information that's found only in that calendar, I guess. Happy birthday to Hawkman, Carter Hall the First. According to the 1976 DC calendar, Carter Hall was born on June 1st. So, birthday Hawkman.
All right. Happy birthday, Hawkman.
Hawkman had Huh?
I was just gonna say I always did like Hawkman.
He he had a cartoon where he had like, you know, the 3 claws
Oh yeah,
on one hand, and
Mm-hmm.
they could fire beams like ramming or just like, but he would also write things with it, you know, like the Talon Claw or something. And that was pre Wolverine. I thought that was so cool when in
Yeah.
the late '60s, which when Filmation did that. Hawkman was actually one of my favorite, even though they weren't doing that good, you know, the cartoons.
Yeah,
back
and I don't think Hawkman was ever really popular, but I always just loved his look and the fact that he would carry like the medieval mace and shit, you know, like the covers with him just swooping in with that big old mace swinging at you. That was
Right.
great.
Oh yeah, medieval. It's cool that he used ancient weapons. That made him kind of stand out. I contacted Paul Cooperberg to see if he would come on. I haven't heard back from him yet, but I did. I don't know if you're familiar with Paul Cooperberg, but I just noticed him on Twitter and reached out to him and said, "Hey, like to have you on." You know. Let's see. This was a great Avengers annual back in the day. He kicked himself. I bought this when it came out. This is, let me think. This is cover artist, I believe. Arsenal was a cool character that holds the Beast, my favorite character there, and Hawkeye. I'm thinking it was the Batman artist. What is his name? Brofogel. I think that's a Brofogel cover. I could be wrong. That was the one I bought back in the day. King size annual Avengers. Welcome back, Shadow.
Right. Sorry about that.
Did you buy this one when it came out, Shadowhawk? King size.
Oh
with
no, I
Arsenal?
don't believe I have that one.
That was awesome, man. Awesome. I think I've retrieved that for my collection. I do believe I do have a copy of it now. One more book I wanted to show you, if I can find it here real quick, which was one of my one in just a handful of books that, and actually I know where it is. It's right in there. A handful of books that I bought from my neighbor who had broke his leg, and his parents got him some comics while he was laid up, and he was thinking about putting them in a yard sale, and he wanted 50 cents for like 5 or 6 of them. And I said, I'll get the money. I want them, you know, and that started me off comic reading. The thing about Paul Cooperberg, he was putting up some like this Superman and this DC Comics presents one of the latter issues, number 86, in October 1986 with Crisis on Infinite Earths, I think, which kind of ended this title and a bunch of others. But he said that this copy alone sold from the numbers like 186,000.
Oh wow, dang!
So that's when comics were booming.
Comics are boom.
Yeah, I mean 186,000 for that DC Comics presents. That really, you know, there's nothing
those
really.
Those are some good numbers, but the early '90s blew that away.
Yeah, and they say killed comics too.
Well,
I don't
double-edged sword, right?
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that. I don't know. Maybe they did, but they're talking about, I think, a sequel to The Thing, you know, with Kurt Russell. I don't know that Kurt Russell would be in it.
They did a prequel.
Oh, they did a prequel?
Mm-hmm. The new one that's called The Thing that came out a few years back. It's actually Okay, you remember the beginning of the thing when they find the dog and they bring it back, and that's actually the thing. The end of the prequel is the guys in the helicopter chasing that dog, trying to make sure it doesn't escape and kill it. And they
Yeah.
crash their helicopter before they make it to the other base and stuff.
Of
or
course
whatever
they
it is.
do. Of course they do.
Or maybe they even meet up with them and they like or have a standoff or something. I can't remember the very beginning of the
This
movie.
is when the X-Men was good, folks. Right there. John Byrne, Terry Austin. Or I think that's
Oh,
just
dude,
John
yeah,
Byrne.
that's
Yeah.
the Wolverine breaking into the Hellfire Club. Hell yeah,
Hellfire Club, yeah.
that's like issue 131.
And were
130.
these are those parts or is that a guy? Let me see here. I think that's blood.
Oh yeah, that's blood. That's a dude. He's just
That's
yeah.
what I'm saying.
John Byrne did not screw around, man. Wolverine puts his
Yeah.
claws through one of them's skull.
Yeah, there
He's
you go.
got
I
the-
mean,
got
and
the
look,
bunch.
he's got a smile on his face as he's killing the guy.
Oh yeah, he has a ball, man. He rips these guys. to
He has a
pieces.
ball. I would hope that he has two balls. But anyway, moving on.
Oh.
Print media is dying. Well, okay.
Well, not in CG. It's not.
Yeah. Looks similar to the Devil Flyer. Oh, okay. The strong resemblance with that nose. I'm behind in the chat. I do like kaiju films, though. Great allegory. Yeah, there's a bunch of people doing allegory. I mean, doing kaiju movies. There was one image. Let me check and see what I sent you, Shadowhawk. I might have sent you the image I was wanting to show.
Well, didn't Frankie say his new project is going to be kaiju?
Yeah,
based
and
as well?
one that Dan Pleagle would like to do is one. And I see other kaiju things out there. So I'm like, yeah, I guess kaijus are kind of a.
Well, hell, even Shane Davis's, what is that? Inglorious Rex. That's kind of a kaiju book.
Oh,
In a
yeah.
way.
In a way. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't dispute that.
Kind of a kaiju crossed with Pacific.
I don't know
Rim
how
a little
big
bit.
they are. I mean, when I think of kaiju, I think of something very huge. Right?
Right. Well, I mean, these are, well, again, over the years, kaiju have gotten bigger. You know, when they first started doing them, they were like 60 feet. Oh my God. You know, now they're huge, towering monsters. You know?
Yeah, I mean, Kong was probably 60 foot. You know, I don't know.
Right. But now he's as big as Godzilla. So, you know, either Kong kept growing or Godzilla shrunk. One or the other.
I've got a picture here of the scariest kaiju ever to show his
Hey,
face.
G-Goblin. Oh, God. You doxing me again? No. Oh, shit. That's nowhere near me, boy.
I got to wonder if that's a real picture. Maybe Chris Christie was that big at one time.
Dude, how do you even move around? Oh, my God. All right. Well, I don't want to
pivot.
judge.
You pivot.
I guess. I don't want to judge anyone, but man,
Yeah.
that's crazy. That's like 8 of me.
But now, if we do an X-Men with the Blob, we know who to cast. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Save money on makeup, too.
Yeah. I mean, Chris Christie, he's just so soft marshmallow. And I'm not talking about his weight. Did you say wow?
Yeah. I mean, dang. Yeah, he must
Isn't he?
really enjoy eating.
He's wishy-washy. He's not a true conservative.
Oh no, he's a rhino dude.
Yeah. Rhino is Republican in name only.
Yes, for those who aren't aware. And really, I don't even care about the Republicans so much as long as you're conservative and you're not down with all this fucked up shit that they're trying to do to our kids and our schools.
It's Marilyn Monroe's birthday.
Woohoo! Happy birthday, Marilyn. Although, I think she is highly overrated. I know people love her to death, but never been that big of a fan of Marilyn.
How about this?
Sorry.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
Not a big Marilyn fan,
What
dude.
is she?
I think she's
What if she dyed her
way
hair
overblown.
brunette? I know you're a brunette.
Well, she was naturally a brunette anyway. Look at her eyebrows and
Oh,
stuff.
what? No. What?
Yeah,
Kind of reddish.
yeah.
She had auburn,
Well,
right?
I don't know.
Wasn't she in
Certainly
those
wasn't.
early
She
pictures?
certainly wasn't. She was a peroxide blonde. She wasn't a real blonde.
Right, but I mean, didn't she have a lot of auburn in her hair?
I don't. Again, never a big Marilyn fan. Haven't looked into it that deeply. Don't care.
Oh, I haven't looked into it. Oh,
No, don't
okay.
care. Everybody else
Ellen
can be all
Goldman.
Marilyn crazy. That's not my thing.
Well, I'm not Marilyn crazy, but I do appreciate, anyway.
Oh,
Alan
dude, I've
Goldman.
known people. Well, I've known quite a few people, and especially in the
Well, I know you can't see that, but that's
gay
great.
community that I've known that are crazy in love with
Gay
Marilyn Monroe.
community?
Oh yeah,
wow, okay.
he's huge in the gay community. They love her
I
to death.
imagine Blondie, is influenced by Marilyn, right? Her whole look.
I'm guessing, yeah. But
Yeah.
I like Blondie a lot better than I like Marilyn. So I can't
Yeah.
explain that one.
Oh,
I
here you
don't know.
go.
I just don't.
Mad Ruth.
Yeah.
Sotak
What's
Mad
that?
Ruth image that he
Oh
did
yeah.
for Fun My Comic.
Yep, I saw that earlier. I dropped a like.
What are those cybernetic otters? What the hell? I don't know.
I'm not sure what those little guys are. Yeah.
Cosmic muskrats? I don't know.
Cosmic muskrat.
Hey, civility.
Yeah.
I think I already said hi, but I'll say it again.
Cybernetic ferret.
Cybernetic ferrets. We'll go with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Kate's leaving us. Bye, Kate.
See, Kate. Have a great deer. A great
we
deer.
missed it.
A great day, deer. A great deer. Have a great deer. The Rainbow of Doom. Oh, hell no. I guess Superman just, they were kind of a curve on that one. The Rainbow of Doom.
It's magic, Lord. I'm helpless against magic.
Get back, everybody. I can't control the Rainbow Doom. I've just turned Lois Lane to glass.
Ooh. Huh. Everybody be careful. Don't knock Lois over.
Yeah. The Rainbow of Doom. Rainbow Doom. It's not of Doom. It's just the Rainbow Doom. That just doesn't. Hey.
Doesn't have a very good
flow
ring
off the
to
tongue.
it.
There you go, Miss Marvel.
Oh, we saw that earlier. That's the good Miss Marvel right there.
Yeah. This run wasn't too bad on the covers. She actually
and I love this look. This costume, this Miss Marvel was just great.
Yeah, I never was that big on
I
Carol
like
Danvers, but yeah, I mean, she was great in the Avengers, and that's where I primarily know her for. 24 days until the Lucent Painted Death goes live. So Michael Bancroft's The Lucent is going to launch in 24 days.
Yep. Saw that earlier.
Wow.
It's looking mighty fine, too, dude. Have you seen those images he's been releasing lately? I mean,
this just in, all Hunter Biden laptop photos are now available on BidenLaptopMedia.com.
Oh, God. I don't even fucking want to know.
Yeah, look at this boger. My God. They did get a release of, legally, to release some stuff. So that's progress. And also with the people that have been detained. Oh, great. Somebody put up one of my favorite clips. Let's play it now. Why not? It's my show. I can do it. And it's episode 399. Welcome one and all.
I'm sorry.
Heck.
I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business. I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard and unkind. We think too much and feel too little. More than machinery, we need humanity. More than cleverness, we need kindness and gentleness. Without these qualities, life will be violent, and all will be lost. The aeroplane and the radio have brought us closer together. The very nature of these inventions cries out for the goodness in men, cries out for universal brotherhood, for the unity of us all. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes. Men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke, it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man, nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Doesn't get much better than that, Shadowhawk. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. Good
Reading
stuff.
all that off and just emoting the, feeling it, it's like, I don't know, man. It was considered one of the best films of 1940. It was really the death of Charlie Chaplin's The Tramp. Although he never really played the tramp in that. He played like a Jewish barber that fought in World War I, was shell-shocked for like 20 years, and then World War II's ramping up, and he's all of a sudden discriminated against in his own country that he fought for. And for him, it was just like yesterday. He was fighting for Germany.
Right.
There was a lot of Jews that were betrayed after
Oh, sure.
going off to war for Germany in World War I, and just 20 years later to be turned around on. Hitler's speech never sounded so good. 4 o'clock shadow just got canceled. Well, I hope not. I hope we're still going. What's for dinner, Shadowhawk? You have any plans?
I think it's gonna be a pot pie night tonight.
Ooh, pot pie. That's got everything. Your crust, your vegetables, your meat. When you say pot pie, what? like turkey, chicken,
The
beef?
girls,
Beef?
the
I mean,
girls, usually either like chicken or beef, just straight up.
right?
I like the chicken with broccoli and cauliflower if I can find
Oh
them.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, but I eat any kind of pot pie, shepherd's pies. I like all that kind of stuff.
That's why you're
So yeah,
gonna outlive me. You're gonna eat the broccoli. The broccoli is,
I
you
love
know,
that.
yeah. I mean, let's face it. Broccoli is the best
Green?
things you can do for cancer, right?
Oh, really? Oh, I
Here's
didn't
a
know that.
movie coming out. They say it's going to be the greatest that ever was. I guess I'll be the judge.
What are you doing here? Rescuing you! Hang on! Okay!
I like that.
Indiana Jones.
Kind of like that,
Back
yeah.
in the saddle.
Get back!
The dial could change the course
Oh,
of
is this
history.
the? Oh, Reg, get this off, dude. You're gonna get in trouble.
Really? I thought this
Yes,
was a trailer.
that. Yeah, no, cut it off there.
No,
I don't trust it.
can't do a new trailer. Okay, all right.
I wouldn't,
All right.
dude. I don't know.
Yeah,
You just came off a week, man. Come on.
yeah. I don't want to do 2 weeks. All I want to
I
do
don't want
is
to either,
share.
man. I got phone calls and things I'm gonna have to take over the next few weeks. I'm not gonna be able to
Oh, I
host.
got you. Yeah. Patrick Parnell Goodness and Johnny
Mhm.
Fantastic. Do you have these coming, or these old ones, or what?
I think these are new covers on the old ones. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I am waiting on something from Johnny Phantasm. Whatever the latest
Mhm.
campaign was.
Let's see what this
I didn't
says
do
here.
the Transformers one. I got one of the
Extreme
Texas
93.
Extreme 93. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if those
almost
are
like
new. That might be like a
blacklight
second
poster.
chance. Yeah, that might be like a second chance campaign cover or something. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason I ask you about, if you could only have one comic, someone said this is probably his favorite, Silver Surfer #1. And it is a good story. And it's extra long.
Yeah.
How he came to be the Herald of Galactus and everything. I guess it tells his origin and everything. I guess a good origin book is always great to read and reread. Dillard's on the Man Cave. Do you have a link to that show? Not handy here, Tree Goblin.
No,
No.
not handy. No, I usually get a notification for that, but I don't know, maybe because I'm in StreamYard.
Well, let me check my notifications. Notifications. What channel was that on? Is that Good Stuffs or is that Belmont's? That's Belmont's.
I think it might rotate between the two of them. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah. There it is. Yeah, I can find it. Let's see. There we go. Oh, Fanta's on there.
Yeah, she's a regular on there now.
Okay, so here's the link. Tree Goblin trying to take away from our audience, which is kind of non-existent. That's okay. No, Tree Goblin. There you go. There's the link to the Man Cave over there. Man Cave kind of starts early, doesn't it? On, I guess, Thursdays.
Yeah, Flying Feline starts early on Tuesdays too. So
that's all right. Tree Goblin convinced me. We're coming up on an hour and a half here. I need to refresh my drink, and we can talk behind the scenes if you want to, Shadowhawk.
Sure.
For a little bit.
Yep.
But say goodnight, Gracie, and keep collecting.
We can. Hella.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, Hell CG, absolutely. And Sig